All right. So here's another one with just puzzle pieces, okay? The client has drug A ordered at zero point 0.3 milligrams per kilogram per hour. The client weighs 55 kilograms. How many milligrams should be administered over 6 hours? Okay, so what are we going to be looking for? Milligrams per hour, right? Well, actually, you're just looking for milligrams because it's saying over 6 hours. You already got your hours right there. So, goal, milligrams. So, what are our puzzle pieces? Zero point 0.3 milligrams per kilogram per hour. We've got 55 kilograms is our patient's weight, and then it tells us that it's going 6 hours. Okay, so if we're looking for milligrams, which is your goal, that's what you want to start with, and you want it on top, and you want it first. Okay, so zero point 0.3 milligrams per kilogram per hour. Okay, now we have kg an hour that need to be canceled out, right? So I'm going to put my kgs at the top so that they will be canceled out. Boom, it's gone. Now I'm got hour at the bottom that needs to be canceled out. So I'm going to put it at the top. Boom, now it's gone. Everything is now gone except for what it is that you're looking for. So that is the puzzle being completed. Okay? So zero point 0.3 times 55 times 6. It's going to be 99 milligrams. Exactly. 99 milligrams. So you see, you just put the puzzle pieces where this tells you to put it. If you know that you've got kg an hour at the bottom, it's not a part of the goal. It has to be canceled out. So therefore, you just place it where it needs to be. So it's putting together a puzzle, okay? Then you do your math at the end. All right? Now, this is one of my favorites to do. This is where I make believers out of the non-believers in dimensional analysis. So this is one of your critical drip problems, okay? So you got a critical IV drip that's running at 15 milliliters per hour for a patient who weighs 55 kgs. The concentration of the medicine is 250 mg per 500 milliliters. How many micrograms per kilogram per minute is the patient receiving? And we're going to round to the nearest tenth place, okay? So, what is this question asking for us to solve for? That's first thing first. What's the goal? Okay, so microgram per kilogram per minute. All right. So next, what are our puzzle pieces? What are the things that are together? So 15 milliliters per hour is together. 55 kg is just by itself, so we'll leave it by itself. And then 250 milligrams per 500 milliliters is together. Okay, so you see, we keep what's together together. You keep what's separate or single by itself. All right, what's the rule? What are we going to start with? What's on top, right? Make it first, put it on top. We have micrograms. Do we have micrograms in our puzzle pieces? I don't see any. How did you know the kilograms should be on the bottom for this problem? Okay, so you see you've got microgram per kilogram per minute. When you see that line, that per, that slash, it's the same thing as saying divided by, okay? So if you have this, wouldn't that be the same as this? So if we got three things, that's mcg divided by kilograms, and then kilograms divided by minutes, right? So that has to be on the top and the other two have to be on the bottom. Does that make sense? If you have three different values that are per, one value is on the top, the other two are always on the bottom. Exactly. All right, you're welcome. And y'all don't be afraid to ask questions. I'd rather you get it out here because I don't heard the horror stories. No shade to instructors, but hey, get it out here. Ask it, okay? All right, so we don't have micrograms, so we're still going to start with them because that's the rule. We always start with what we're looking for. So milligrams converts to micrograms, okay? Boom, 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. Now we can put our milligrams on the top. So we already got goal number 1. We got 3 goals that we're trying to hit, right? So we already got the micrograms on the top. So 250 milligrams per 500 mLs is on the bottom. Boom. Now we have milliliters on the bottom. It's not part of a goal, so I know that milliliters has to go on top to cancel out. Boom. So now we've got hours at the bottom. My next goal is time, which is in minutes. So I know that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Cross that out. That's the second goal. All right. So next, so we've used that. We've used that. Our last goal is the kg. Where is the goal telling us to put the kilogram? Is it on the top or is it on the bottom? Vicky, you're on to something. Casey, you're on to something. Exactly. So that's where we're going to put our kilograms, right here on the bottom. The one to go on top this time. And now we have the puzzle completed. And now you can just do the math. And that's it. That's it. That's it. 1,000 times 250 times 15 divided by 500 divided by 60 divided by 55 equals 2.27. And then it tells us to round to the nearest tenths place. So boom, that's the tenths place. I go to its neighbor. It's 5 or more, so we raise the score. So 2.3 micrograms per kilogram per minute. It's making sense. Yay! Makes dollars make sense. All right. How y'all feeling about that one? You was right. Exactly. You got it right. Hey, Kevin. You snuck in here. Okay, that's the other part of the dynamic duo. So remember Amber was in here earlier? This is Kevin. Kevin, go ahead, pin yourself, my guy. He's going to break it down, those nursing questions, going to show you how to dissect it and see what it's looking for, how to use keywords to answer the questions appropriately so that you will get all of those questions right and those points on those nursing exams, because nursing school is real heavy on exams. That's how you pass. That's how you get the grades, is the exams. So he's going to help get you straight. I promise. I promise. Any questions about this question that I just did? How are y'all feeling about it? That was not bad at all. Only messed up by putting the kilogram on top. Okay? So always refer. Okay, I'm going to tell you why, she from Dade. The goal. Remember I told you this is your buddy, your friend, old pal? Where did you see the kilograms in the goal? Was it on the top or was it on the bottom? It was on the bottom. So the way that the goal relates in this puzzle piece correlation is, it's the picture on the box. You know, when you get a puzzle and it shows you what the puzzle is supposed to look like once you complete it, that's the goal. We want our equation to look like the goal once it is completed. We want all of those units of measures to be in the exact position that the goal tells you to put it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, what we're doing when we put together our puzzle pieces is aligning the units up so that they either cancel out or they're in place according to where the goal is. Where it is inside the goal. So that's what I meant by using your puzzle pieces, where your goal to find your puzzle pieces and to cancel out your fluff, to cancel out your units, and to set it up. We know that what the goal wants, the goal is going to get. We're always going to start with that unit of measure that's on top, and that's first. Then we'll work our way through the rest of the problem, aligning up the puzzle pieces, flipping them if we even need to, and adding our conversions so that everything canceled out except for what the goal is asking us. So you multiply everything individually on the top and divide everything individually at the bottom. Read them. I like to save time and I like to make stuff easy. So what I do is I keep everything inside the calculator. I don't really write it down because if you did 1,000 times 250 times 15, you're going to get a huge number, right? You're going to be like, I did something wrong. No. So I'm not going to write down all those zeros and then risk the chance of not putting the zeros back inside the calculator after I write it down, because you know a zero can make or break your answer. It can be really, really big or really, really small. So I do what's called the calculator trick. I multiply all of my numbers across the top. And once I get to the end of that top line, the end of the numerator, I hit divide. So do it with me. 1,000 times 250 times 15. I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. So divide. You see how big that number is? It's a big old number, right? So I hit divide already. Now I'm going to put in all of my numbers in the denominator and I'm going to hit divide in between those, okay? So 1, I don't worry about. It doesn't make a difference. 500 divided by 60 divided by 55, and I hit not the enter key, the equal key one time, and then you have your answer. And it's kind of flipped, so yeah, but it's 2.27. So that's how I do all my problems. Does that make sense? Yes. And I love it. Hey. All right. Somebody asked me would I do a problem with units in it. So this is an OB maternal Pitocin question. Okay. Don't let the unit of measure being different throw you off. I know you're used to seeing grams and micrograms and milligrams, but let me show you this. 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams, right? 1 unit equals 1,000 milliunits. So you see this prefix, that milli is the same all across the board. You're just changing that unit of measure, okay? Because everything can't be measured in grams. Some stuff has to be in units, like your heparin, your Pitocin, your insulin. Some stuff has to be measured in milli equivalents, like that one that we did earlier with potassium, because it's an electrolyte, okay? Don't let that throw you off, okay? So now let's look at this. Now that we have established that, available is 20 units of Pitocin in 1,000 milliliters of lactated ringers. Prescribed is 15 milliunits per minute. How many milliliters per hour will the nurse set as the rate? Okay, so what is our goal here? What are we looking for? Milliliters per hour, right? Okay, so available is 20 units of Pitocin in 1,000 milliliters of lactated ringers. So that 20 units is in that lactated ringers, right? So that's together. So 20 units, that's called a concentration. 20 units in 1,000 mLs, okay? Then what's prescribed is 15 milliunits. I'm not going to write that whole thing out. It's going to be MU tonight. Per minute, okay? So what are we going to start with if our goal is milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom? Same thing that we've been starting with all night. This. So I'm just going to take it and flip it, right? So 1,000 milliliters per 20 units. Boom, boom. Now we have units on the bottom. We have milli-units right here. Remember, you can't put a milligram on top of a gram. You can't put a milli-unit on top of a unit. So therefore, we have to do the same thing and put in your conversion. Okay, so 1 unit is going to be 1,000 milli-units. Unit crosses out. Now we can put our 15 milli-units per minute. Cross it out. Okay, we already started with the goal, so we got that top goal. Now we need hours at the bottom, and we have minutes. So 60 minutes is 1 hour. Minutes crosses out, and now we have puzzle piece completed. Let's do some math. Let's try the calculator trick out for those who didn't really know how to use it. Okay, see how it works out for you. 1,000 times 15 times 60 divided by 20 divided by 1,000. I got 45 milliliters per hour. Ta-da! What you think? Any questions? You got the same. Be cool. Hey, that's what's up. Alrighty. So that's all the questions I have tonight. Clear as day, clear as mud. Don't forget, y'all, that on my website, you can get a copy of the book, either the physical or the digital copy. They're both available. On the site, there are study resources. So you have quizzes. So even if, mine is a little tight, y'all, at school, I get that. Yeah, I do have a Reconstitution quiz right there. And all you have to do, time completion, I haven't did one of those yet, but it's on the drafts. It's on the drafts, right? So all of these quizzes are available right now for you to take, and they have the videos on my YouTube channel, linked to them, so you can watch the videos before you actually do the quiz, okay? And then if you are struggling with IV problems, drip rates, all of that, I have a whole course, and it's got like different sections with videos, with quizzes on there as well. So that is available too. And then at the very bottom, you have your conversions and your formulas and your pediatric fluid maintenance formula. Okay, so they're available for download. You can take a picture of them on your phone. Don't have me in your screenshots looking all crazy mid sentence with my mouth open and my eyes closed or something. Just go to the download, right? And you see it's there. I just downloaded it. So it's easier for you to memorize your metric conversions if you break it up into pieces versus having this big old huge chart that you're just trying to put right there, right? No, break it up into pieces. Break it up by weight. Break it up by household. Your, of course, microgram, milligram, and gram. I always say the cookie analogy. If you have one cookie, which is your gram, you break it down into 1,000 pieces. That's a milligram. So one big cookie is 1,000 little milligrams. So one cookie, 1 gram, 1,000 milligrams. You pick up a crumb, you smush it down even more to like dust, then those are little micro pieces. So 1,000 micro pieces come together and make a crumb. So 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. And then if you go to Sam's or Costco's and you want a big kahuna sized container with many cookies in it, so remember that gram is one cookie, so 1,000 of those is one big container. So stuff like that, it's gonna help it stick, you know? Puzzle pieces and cookies. That's what I do here. No math, no hard concepts. Yeah, all that stuff is intimidating. Everything is 1,000 basically. Well, not everything, but the gram to milligram to microgram to kilogram. They might throw in a hecka or deci or a centi, and those are like 110. So, but the major ones that you mainly use in dosage calculations are going to be 1,000. I'm taking med surge right now. So helpful. Awesome. And then here's your BSA problems. So your formulas, one is metric and one is US measure. So that is that, and that's there. So it's available. And then I have a whole YouTube channel. Yeah, a whole YouTube channel. And I've got my whole screen just on there. uh that has my playlist. The puzzle piece playlist is available. The replay is going to be available just as soon as I stop it tonight. It went down, so it might be a two-parter for tonight if you see it with the same date. But the replays are always available after the study session, so make sure that you go and subscribe to my channel, A Blessed RN, because they already showed us that they're not playing with us with this TikTok. We thought, oh, TikTok's not going anywhere. TikTok's not going anywhere. And it went dark before they said it was going to go dark, right? So we have to make sure if in 90 days that this place goes away, that these dosage calculations problems will not. So all of my socials are in my link in my bio. I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. Do I like Meta? No. But where the nurses are, there shall I also be. And then, of course, the YouTube channel, okay? The VPN didn't help. I didn't even try to get the VPN, Kevin. Honestly, I didn't. Yeah, and y'all go and follow my guy Kevin too, okay? So, any suggestions, any requests for Wednesday night? Because we'll be right back here, same place, same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I need you to help me, help you, help me, help you, because I know this stuff. I need to know what you want to see. And I'm going to stop stream on YouTube because we are done. Done, done, done. But if you want to see anything my YouTubers on Wednesday, be free. Feel free to put it in the chat.